Guys, I see something really, really cool worth videoing, and it's not these beautiful agave nova attenuata, thornless agave, silver type, nor is it this unbelievably blooming white bougainvillea. If you were getting married, you'd be begging me right now to get you this plant to set up behind the altar. No, it's not those. It's not even the mandevilla, the white one, nor the red one. The reason, or the pink one for that matter, it's not any of those things. The reason I turned the camera on just now is because this thing right here, look at this. Excuse me. I've always wanted to do this. This is a bougainvillea that has been bonsai'd. Look at this. It's incredible. So they dug this thing up. If somebody wants to get rid of an old bougainvillea, you basically dig up the old bougainvillea and then you root up the main trunk. And then it looks like in this case they had they bridged two of them together is what they did. They grafted them together, it looks like. One on the right and one on the left. They put it in this really cool trough and put their rock on it, and they've just been training it ever since just for fun because it's just in the back of this greenhouse at a friend of mine's nursery. Look at the structure. You can actually turn these things into a tree over many, many years of pruning. And you can see the beautiful bark that it gets, kind of a gray bark. I have one of these at my house. It has a big fat trunk now after 25 years, way bigger than this. And I've been training it too. Of course, it's in the ground. So when it's in the ground, it really wants to shoot the shoots out. But when it's in a container, it gets a little more dwarfed, but they still send the shoots out. But you can do this. If you know anybody pulling out a bougainvillea out of the ground, big old one, you basically, take the main chunk in the bottom here. Don't be afraid if it's funky. Well, maybe this is just a support. Is that just a support? It's hard to say. But you basically, then you just trim up, a bunch of it, keep the main scaffold structure. Then you start training it like a bonsai and doing all kinds of cool things to it. And this is one of the cooler ones I've ever seen. So keep that in mind. Never throw away. If you're going to dig up a big old bougainvillea, call me. I'll come over there, cut the whole thing back. I'll dig up the stump, and then I will myself make my own little beautiful bonsai bougainvillea. Look at how cool that is. Bonsai bougainvillea.